Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I just had to start my live stream again. That new phone is not so great. Oh my gosh, I like the lighting on this phone better too. It's warmer. I'm going to give y'all time to find this stream. Hopefully this one. Hi, Heidi. This is looking like it's working better. The last one was not working. Yes, hello, Vicky. I was trying to talk to you in the last one, and I don't think you could hear me. Don't think it was working. Y'all know how it is. I've got to start my iPad all over in order to find the correct live stream. So that'll take a minute. But hello, I've seen a couple of you pop in. I'm going to start by making my craft roulette card this week. I need to look up the parameters. I remembered appreciation. I think it's Apple Farm. I can't remember. Oh, silhouette. Oh, and something old. Oh, I do remember. Yay. So, and something old from the stash. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, let me grab, what am I going to use for the silhouette? I have some ideas. I was just watching last night and not even thinking about what would I make. I was just watching what they were making. One thing I will say is if you don't have a lot of silhouette stamps, you could take a lot of, there's probably different stamps that you have in your stash that as long as they have a good enough outline, you may be able to color them in and make them a silhouette. So we'll say that. Let's see. Think about trees, like tree stamps. So like this one right here could be a good silhouette stamp. And this one, I just happen to have the die as well. That could really work. You know, if you have like a layering stamp set, this is a good silhouette. So your solid stamp from a layering stamp set would be really good. So that could totally work. Look, here's an elephant layering stamp set. So that there are, those are the silhouettes for those. And these are old. Wham Bam. This is 2018. So this one's 2017. And this one is 2020. So there's the old thing. I have no problem pulling old stamps and old things into my crafting, that's for sure. Trying to think about what else I might want to do. Let's do the elephant with the tree. I think we can kind of make like a nice card that way. So let's do it. I'm going to die cut the tree. How's everyone doing today? Did y'all have a nice weekend? Oh, not weekend. Did y'all have a nice week? What are you doing this weekend? That's what I meant. I just want this tree from here. And we're not going to worry about, because a lot of the trees in the desert are short anyways. They're short and stubby. And all we need from here is the elephant. have the mama and the baby. Let's see. So then we'll use those. Oh, I do have the dies for this too. Of course I do. I bought these when I hated fussy cutting. Now fussy cutting doesn't bother me. Okay. Hate, such a strong word. When I very much disliked fussy cutting. Maybe that's better. I like it when the little elephant grabs onto its mommy's tail and follows it. So I think we're going to do something like this. All right. Let me find my chat and say hello to everyone. Sorry, I had to restart everything, but apparently Beth isn't texting me saying something's not working, so that's good. Beth, thank you so much if you're here. Beth always texts me now and lets me know, like, hey, girlfriend, your live is messed up. I was drawing this morning, so I had my pencil out. I'm working on my next 2 paper pads already, you guys. I'm stoked. And my others are headed off to the printer, so we're back in the saddle. Hi, Heidi Robbins. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Esther. Hi, Maddie. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, no circle spinning. Yay! That was happening on my first one, wasn't it? I was using my new phone. I'm not a fan. It's whatever. Whatever. We won't talk about that. Hi, Michelle. Silhouette and old product. Yeah, I've got those in combo. They're going to be in tandem for me today. Old silhouettes. We'll probably use other old stuff too. So I'm going to die cut this out of black. We may do something else as well today. I'm not sure, like we might make ATCs. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Not you. We don't know. But I'll do something. Hi, Jill. You're looking for the old product? Looking forward to the old product? Yeah, I want to work with Delise and Beck-Ann on old products collabs. Delise, Stamper Girl, she does old products. She says from the 1900s. She had a video last night about it, in fact. I don't know what is going on with my hello. Huh. I see you, Michelle. Hi, Anne. Hello, hello. Maddie, I said good morning to you, I think. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon in Esther's case, or evening in Michelle's case. Wherever you are, whatever time it is. Hello, hello. I love all y'all saying hello to each other. Hi, Miss Paula Kay. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. All right, let's do another. I just feel like I might want to double it. Double it up, make it a little thicker, a little more bold. Whoa. Whoa. All right, got it. Now, oh, The shaker element. I love shaker cards. I just don't make them that often. So now I got to think about how am I going to implement a shaker into this card design? Flo. Hey, Flo. How's it going? Hi, Angie. Hi, Kim. Hey, T Folly. Hello. Welcome, welcome. All right, yeah, I just probably gonna layer these up a bit. Make it a little more substantial. That's the word I'm looking for. We like substantial. My hips are substantial. For instance. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Still catching up to you guys. I'm making a bunch of ATCs, then probably pinwheels. Fun. Are you crafting today, Jill? Is it a crafty day for you and John? Have y'all made your craft roulette cards yet? Is Esther here? I can't see her. She was here, Flo. She's here. If you ever need anyone to hide anything for you, call me. I'm very good at it. I can even hide things when I don't mean to from myself. There we go. That's where that goes. Okay, I'm going to stamp these in black, and I will stamp them on some scrap cardstock. Is this big enough? Yes. Yippee! And then I might also, since I'm die cutting, die cut out a few extras as well. All right. Love that tree die. Where can I get that? That is from Hero Arts. I don't know if you can still find it. You could check the Not Too Shabby shop. That's where I got mine. And maybe a lot of times she ends up having the dies left over. And it was probably in her clearance section because it's from 2020, but it's Hero Arts. And maybe you can get it at Hero Arts. I'm just not sure. It's Hero Arts and it's called Winter Tree and Animals Frame Cuts. And this one's called, you can look up Hero Arts CM490. My tree's similar to yours. You got a tree on your card, Paula? Miss Paula. Paula Rice, how you doing? You're so sweet. You're such a good moderator. Thanks for serving our craft roulette community so well. Yeah, I love that tree. Okay, I don't really need to stamp it multiple times, but I thought I might be able to get a better impression. Unless we do, ooh, we might do like a whole little baby mama baby. Appreciation. This could be a Mother's Day card. Yeah, we might put multiple babies on there. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink. It's a pigment ink. And really, because this is a silhouette, I'm trying to make sure, see all that ink on there? I want to make sure I get plenty of ink. I'm also going to put this foam pad behind it because it does actually help the process. If you don't have a foam pad like this, you can just use those foam sheets, like the Crafty sheets for kids. Those work. Styrofoam works. All right, I just want to make sure I get a really good impression. It's okay. It's not great. Let's try again. I'm not even going to clean it off. I'm just going to layer these two pieces of paper and put more ink on it. Loving the elephants. Oh, good. Well, Miss Polly, you deserve it. Happy Saturday. There's Esther Flo. I have other things to do as well. I have an idea for the craft roulette card. Ooh. Nice. I'm sure it'll be great, Jill. We're going to do like an African savanna kind of. That's better. We can fill in with a pen. I could put it in a stamp positioning tool. That would be cool. But I'm just going to fill it in with a marker and it'll be just fine. All right. So, elephants to the side. Get my little die cutting machine back out. I love this little thing. I love the small footprint, but the wide, big plate. Let's get the dies. Let's use them. You've got them, use them. Ooh, here's what I don't love. I don't love the white outline. Let's cut it once on here. I'll see if I like it or not. If I don't, what I'm going to do is forego the stamping and just use the dies on black cardstock like I did the tree. Let's see what it looks like. It might be okay with the outline. Hello, Linda Gorman. How you doing? Here's what we'll do. We'll leave it as an option, but I'm also going to die cut just plain black cardstock with the die. No stamping. Let's make sure I get that right. Kalinda, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Little cutie. We're going to have two little cuties. What's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and die cut these out of the black cardstock as well. And then when it comes to the design on the card, we'll have choices. It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Shay, hi. How's it going? I will say that this by itself, the die, it kind of looks like an elephant. I mean, it mostly looks like an elephant, but it is a pretty broad outline. I think the mama elephant's a little better. All right. So let me get some black, the sheet of black cardstock back out. we need it to be at least that big. What's everybody doing today? Jill's making pinwheels and ATCs. If you're wondering what an ATC, it's an artist trading card. Okay, there we go. There's that. And then we need a couple for the babies. Really just one piece for the babies. I'm just using this as a guide because I know it's big enough. Okie doke. Okay, those baby elephants are stinking cute. Aren't they cute, Flo? Who can be mad at a baby elephant? I think they're so adorable. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, it looks like an elephant without the stamping. That'll work. Okay, and then we need babies. Yeah, that looks like an elephant. I was a little concerned, but it does, especially because the mama is so defined. It'll work. It'll work. So I'm really excited about this whole silhouette card making thing. It's very cool. Mary comes up with some good ideas, doesn't she? I like her brain. I like the way it works. All right. We did it. We have plenty of elephants. We have enough elephants till the cows come home. There was a balloon die, but I don't know where it is. It seems to have fallen off. It'll probably pop up. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. Just not that worried about it. All right, we've got to figure out the shaker part of this equation and what else we're going to add. But we've got elephants galore and trees, and we're going to make a whole little scene. Okay, so I'm getting out. Oh, this is a flimsy piece of cardstock. Good morning, TR. I am making my craft roulette card. By the way, everybody, Angie went in, and I think my numbers are way off. According to her, I have no idea what is right. But I think my numbers are off. I don't think I'm having as many as I thought I did. So I'm gonna have to go back to her message and recalculate. Okay, what I was originally thinking was this little baby, and then this baby. I don't know that they'll fit. Not quite. Almost. Let's turn them this way and see how it looks. Going across the savanna here. This one could also be a little bit, if we're doing a wider frame here, a wider scene, it can go across. Something like that could work. Aw, great silhouette. Oh, thanks. You love the elephants, TR? Me too. I love elephants. I was painting one the other day. It's Dumbo. His ears are too big. Just playing around. Okay. I'm painting a critter a day in January, I'm painting one critter every day, so that was one of the days. Now my goal is to keep up with Jill Pounds. Please. I can't keep up with Jill Pounds. Okay. I definitely think I prefer these silhouettes rather than these silhouettes. So these can go behind them and pop them up. All right, now we need to think, or I need to think about my shaker element. I just do the whole background as a shaker. Yeah, I think we can. And then let's ink blend in the background or watercolor. I'm going to search elephant crossing the savannah. I'm going to look at images. Ooh, these are some pretty colors. It doesn't scream apple farm. What? We'll have some green. Where would we have red? We may have to do like a sunset scene. Oh, look at that. Looky there. I think that's the direction we're going to have to go. I like it. So let's do that. It'll be the apple farm at sunset. Carrie used candied apple. I might use fired brick. We'll see. That's really pretty. And oh, let me go back to my photo. I need to pull colors based on my photo. I'm going to use fossilized amber. Fired brick and fossilized amber are really pretty together. And then I think Stormy Sky might be really nice for the blue. Let me get some Stormy Sky out. Stormy Sky or Faded Jeans. There's Stormy Sky. And here is Faded Jeans. One's just a little brighter than the other. We may use both. All right, let's do this. I think I'm just going to make the whole thing a shaker, and I'll show you an easy way to make a shaker. Okay, so put that down. I'm going to grab a piece of watercolor paper. Hi, Devin. Are you going to put an apple on their trunks? Oh, that would be cute if they were holding an apple. That would be really cute. I'm doing the apple farm at sunset. I'm cheating as much as I can. Let's see, 5 by 7. So right now I'm using a piece of watercolor paper. I'm cutting it down to 5 by 7. And I'm going to ink blend in a sky. I'm really tempted to paint it with gouache though. So maybe I'll do that instead. I have my dried gouache palette right here. It happened to be on my desk. Let me move my phone over. All right. How's that looking for you guys? Much better. Okay. I brought clean water to my desk with me today. Prepared for this. Kim, I use these every day. I love them so much. I use them every day. I think she's in her 90s for her card count. Who? Me? Well, I thought I was in my 90s. I might be in my 70s. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing. I don't know. I remember there was like a system change at one point, and it wasn't recording all of your cards, so you had to keep up with like the cards before the system changed. I don't know. I just honestly don't know. I can't keep up with myself, much less keep up with anybody else. Okay, I'm going to use this color that kind of looks like the faded jeans. And I'm just going to paint this on to my background. Now, you might not have gouache and you might not like to paint. You can do this with ink. You can 1, paint with your ink, or 2, blend with your ink. You can do anything you want. I feel like I'm going to get the results that I want out of paint. I think I have more painting skills than ink blending skills. As far as painting in the sky. Okay, let me see where the horizon, let's find our horizon here together. Their horizon is at the very bottom of the sky. I mean, at the very bottom, here's the horizon. We watched, what was that movie again? I told y'all the other day. Oh, shucks. Anyways, the director John Ford said he had some tips for Steven Spielberg, and it was basically, if your horizon's at the bottom, it's interesting. If your horizon's at the top, it's interesting. If your horizon's in the middle, it's boring. And that was his movie making tips for him. So we will put our horizon at the bottom to avoid being boring by John Ford's estimation and expertise. All right. Now I'm watering my gouache down right now significantly to where it's transparent, because I'm just working in a background. But the great thing is I will be able to come back in and layer on top of this. I just need to add less water and more paint. So now I can come in, and if I don't like that line, which I don't, then I need to let it dry a bit, but I will be able to work over that. Now I'm working with typical gouache. I'm not working with my acrylic gouache. I actually prefer my acrylic gouache. I actually stopped buying regular gouache and I only buy acrylic gouache now. All right, let's work in some yellow and orange. And all I'm trying to do is now paint in some of these interesting clouds and such here. Let me dry this. Wait, good morning, everybody. Hi, John. Hi, Debbie Trap. Keeping up with Jill Pounds. She's going crazy making ATCs and loving it. Yeah, ATCs are fun. That's awesome. I have a list of what episodes she has cards according to the search function, and it's 75 plus today's. Yeah, I'm guessing that must be right. So I'm way back there. Angie, you said that my first card was for episode 44. I guess that sounds about right. So I used to watch when they were on Facebook. You guys, we're going to switch to acrylic wash, which means you're going to have to bear with me, but I'm going to have to paint over this. It'll be fine. It'll only take a minute. I just like working with them better. All right. I got something funny for you guys. So I used up all of my white acrylic gouache because in gouache you use white and black more than anything else. So that bottle's gone. That bottle's gone. So I was like, okay, I need a big bottle of white acrylic gouache. This came in the mail and it felt comical. So I've been so used to using these little 11 milliliters. And when I got this one, it's 100 milliliters. It just feels hilarious. I feel like it's a practical joke. But hey, I won't run out of white anytime soon. So that's great. All right, I need a gel plate. So I just exclusively use gel plates as my palettes now. I think I don't have one in here though. Shucks. All right, well, we'll use a regular palette. It'll be fine. I just really don't like cleaning regular palettes. And if I use a gel plate, then I can pull prints. So yeah, gel plate is the way to go for me. All right, I'm going to have to mix my blue, I think. Well, go back. Maybe just the tiniest dab of this. All right. So here's the difference. If I keep working in gouache, it re-wets itself like a watercolor. And it's harder for me to layer without reactivating the previous layer. But if I work with acrylic gouache, then basically it's like acrylic paint. And I don't have to worry about reactivating it. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work this in. Ooh, my goodness. That's a strong color. This is gonna be nice though. So now all I'm trying to do is if I cover the first layer of gouache with this layer, I don't have to worry about reactivating it. And now we're gonna work in some of the yellow higher up. So let's get some yellow. Wow, how do you find a husband like that? LOL. OMG, Andrea. And my husband is no help. He wants me to just buy whatever I want. Oh, that's great, Maddie. We're in saving mode this year. We're not in spending mode. I'm shifting gears. Last year, I did okay in the beginning, and then I totally broke down and was just buying whatever I wanted the second half of the year. But this year, we're in saving mode. This background is going to be bold if I leave it like this. All right. We need a little bit of red and white. Hi, Nikki Jane. Hey, Karen. How's it going? And Linda Veal. Hello. How's everybody doing? We're for those who are just joining, I'm making a craft roulette card. If you're wondering, what's she painting? What's she doing? I'm making a craft roulette card for last night. See, I really wish this was on a gel plate, but it's not. It's in a palette. All right. I don't know about this, you guys. This is kind of wild. But you just keep going. Less questioning, more painting. Just keep going. Sparkle Heart came over and was looking at something I was doing the other day. And I was like, I know it looks crazy right now, but it will get better. She's like, no, art, it's just that way. It just goes through a lot of awkward stages until it's done. I was like, I'm so glad you know that already. I'm so glad you understand that. Okay. So this is our cloud. And then now I'm going to add in a little bit of orange. And I'm not going to mix it. I'm just going to plop it down there. Right, John? Now you've been bitten by the bug too. It's like, all right, well, who's going to be good here? I don't want it to be me. What's great is you guys can strategize your purchases, right? Okay, and then we're going to work in some yellow, and this is going to be like really like posterized, very illustrative. Kind of reminds me of like a concert poster. Like this makes me think of like a, you know, 60s, 70s concert poster of a concert that was going to happen in Africa. That's what I'm thinking. All right, and now I'm going to work in some white. You're doing good, Nikki Jane? Good. Did you get moved? I was thinking you were moving. Am I right? I know Bethany was moving. The golden color on the palette looks like an upside down heart. Oh yeah, it does. I see that. Whoa. Okay, trying not to get paint all over me. All right, now I'm gonna work this white in, I think, and try to dust it in and blend some things out. Let's see how this goes. I don't necessarily have a plan to make it really much different than what it's looking like now. We'll just see how it goes. I'm just trying to form it a little more into clouds. I'm kind of liking how abstract it is. I don't know that the white helped it. This may not be for everyone. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. It may not even be for me, but we got to see it through. We got to try to make this work. If we don't like it, we'll flip the paper over and start all over. going to be wild. It is wild. I just looked up on my, we need more pink. I'm going to dab it in right here. This is, this piece is Peter Max approved. That's what this makes me think of, is like Peter Max kind of card. All right. Let's work in some black down at the bottom. Let's see what it looks like with our elements, and we're going to think about the shaker bits too. Is this color scream Apple Farm to y'all? Abstract Apple Farm. This would totally work for like a poster. You know, Mary had a poster on the parameters for a while, and I kept really wishing to land on it. This is like Peter Max's version of the Savannah. Okay. So this is what we're working with so far. Don't leave. We'll make it look okay. See, if this was on a gel plate, I would be much happier than it being on a palette, but it's not on a gel plate. Bummer. So I'm going to make it work. I'm just going to not waste this paint, and I'm going to paint on some paper real quick. See, what I have been doing, and a lot of you know this, is I use a gel plate as my palette, and then I come up with all of these fabulous bits that I can then paint on top of. So that's what I prefer, because then I can paint like my flowers on it and have like a really fun abstract background. There's another gel plate palette, and then I painted on it. Yeah, I'm practicing flowers, tulips. But so that's definitely what I prefer. That's why I'm like really kicking myself for not having a gel plate in here right now, because I like making these. I like working with that rough background. Oh, and then these are fun. Okay, but I will get to a point where I find a piece of paper. Here, let's add paint to this piece of paper. It doesn't have much going on. And that'll give our painting time to dry over there. This is a trust the process kind of day. Karen, congratulations on your stamps with PM Artist Studio. You guys, Karen McCoy, our friend Karen, is officially designing for PM Artist Studios. She has a stamp set out. I know I told y'all that before. I need to order it. I was actually planning on doing that this weekend. And I want to get Devin's hands stencil. There's a few things in my wish list that I want to pick up. I want to pick up Karen's blooms for her kiddos. She named her first two after her kiddos. And then I want to get Devin's hands one. And I think there's two more in my wish list that I want to pick up. This really doesn't have to be beautiful or look like anything. It's just a rough background to get started when I want to paint something. Like I could paint a bird on this, flowers, a critter, whatever, and it just gives me an interesting background. All right, and then that way I don't waste the paint on my palette because that drives me nuts. This paint cannot be reactivated, so it's like acrylic paint. When it's dry, it's done. There's nothing left to do with it. Let me clean this off. I'm stamping flowers on everything. I bet you are, girlfriend, and I love it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. It's just makes me just so happy seeing all my friends just, you know, go for it and create and set goals and dreams and reach them and go beyond what they could even dream. I just love it. It makes me very happy. Okie dokie. Back to this Peter Max moment. If y'all don't know who Peter Max is, Google him. I feel like once you may not know him by name, but when you Google Peter Max and you see his art, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know his name, but yeah, I know his art. You know Peter Max even if you don't know him by name. Nima, hello. Yes, we are so happy for you. Oh man, I know. PM Artist Studios is not messing around. They have an awesome team of designers. Yolan, you, Karen, Carrie, all of them. Thank you, Maddie. I have 2 craft roulette cards in the making. One very pretty and the other one patriotic. Oh, cool. John? I have 1 craft roulette card in the making and it's just wacky. Okay, this is on a thinner watercolor paper. So you can see it's warped like crazy. But that's okay. You can reshape paper. Tim always says paper doesn't have a muscle memory, and he's right. So you can work it out. It'll be fine. This is going to be taped down with a ton of double-sided tape, so it'll be fine. Gosh, I can't believe it's already... I feel like this card should be done by now, but it's not. All right. Better. Okay, let's make this all make sense, right? Right now, y'all are probably still looking at that like it's bananas, but let's make it make sense. Oh my gosh, just come off there. So delicate. All right. So let's glue our elements together. And as promised, we are still going to turn this into a shaker, and I'm going to show you how to make a very easy shaker. No foam tape. Not that the ones with foam tape are hard, but then you kind of got to have a frame, and this is just an easier version. All right. You guys, my son came home from school yesterday and he was really tired. So he just kind of like passed out on the couch. Well, he woke up after I went to bed. And then he was hungry because that boy, I don't need my phone in frame anymore. I'm done with the reference photo. He ate from 1 a.m. No, 11 a.m. to like the last time I heard him in the kitchen was about 2 a.m. Oh my goodness. The cabinet doors, all the sound waking me up. He's in there banging pots and pans and cooking all through the night. And I think the reason, I was telling my husband this morning when we were both remarking on the the sound of our son being up all night, was he wears headphones because he's like listening to music while he's cooking or preparing his food. And so I don't think he's aware of how loud he is because he's listening to loud music. We're going to have a conversation today. When I go wake him up. Yes, I think he's probably having a growth spurt, Angie. When my son sleeps in the day, it's a growth spurt or he's sick. There's no other, he never ever sleeps otherwise in the day. Young Z has never been a great sleeper. As far as like getting to sleep has always been really difficult for him, even when he was an infant. It was incredibly difficult to get him to sleep, and it hasn't really changed much. But once he falls asleep, he's literally slept through a tornado before, being moved and everything. Like we lived in a 2-story house then. We had to move him downstairs, and there was a whole tornado that sounded like a train and everything, and he just slept right through it. His sister, on the other hand, not so much. She woke up and was terrified. Okay. So let's figure out this tree situation. So the tree's a little shorter than what I want it to be, but that's okay because we can make it work. And I think I like that the ground is this jet black that's really, really dark compared to my elephants, because at least there's a little variety there. And I want this elephant to be grabbing its mommy's tail. So I think it's going to go something like this. And now we've got to pick our shaker bits and make it a shaker. They're trying to get 100 shaker cards for this week on Craft Roulette because shaker is Carrie's thing. And so I'm going to contribute. I'm going to be one of 100, I hope. I am going to struggle to reach like I need to. I'm going to move y'all down real close so I can reach over this arm and grab my shaker bits. I need one of those grabby tools. You know the ones I'm talking about? You can pick things up off the ground. I need one of those for just getting to I need to move my embellishments. And guess what, Devin? I grabbed this box because I think it has an apple in it. It has strawberry, lemon, lime, pear. Oh, shucks. Watermelon. I thought there was apples. Strawberries, watermelon. Ooh, there's an apple. There is an apple in there. We might be able to put an apple on the card. I don't know where elephants find apples out in the savannah, but we might just put one on there anyways. Ooh, okay. How about we use these as our shaker bits? They're like this holographic Gold tinsel. Ooh, I think that'd be really pretty. Let's do that. Okay, I'm moving y'all back up. Hey, Kim. All right. Zal Storm, hello. Okay. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna make this a simple shaker. Just putting a few things away. Let's see. I want an acetate that's not too thick. I think this one will work. So I would definitely recommend, you can also use like a bag. So if you had like a clear bag, you could use a bag instead of a piece of acetate. And it totally works. But I'm going to use a piece of acetate. All right. So now I need to decide, are my trees and my elephants going to be on top of the acetate, or are they going to be behind the acetate? I think they're going to be on top. What about my tree? Maybe my tree will be glued down though, inside. Let's do that. So we want to make sure that everything's dry, which it is. I dried it with my heat tool. Let's glue the tree down. Also, before I glue this tree down, when I was arranging it, this little bit right here sometimes was sticking out and I didn't like that. So off with that. I'm going to use a pencil so I can get this back exactly where I wanted it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line behind it and just right where I want it to land so I can get it back where I had it before. Just trying. Okay, there we go. So see, I took a pencil and I drew this line for the trunk of the tree and this for the base of the tree. And that way, now that I've picked it up and I've got to put glue on it, I can get it back in the correct location. Maybe a bird dropped the apple from a cruise ship. Maybe that's how it's going to get its apple. Some birds picked up some cruise ship cargo and dropped it down to the elephants on their way over the savannah. Sounds logical. Penny, did you start with a craft roulette in 2021, August to December? Because I was trying to research. Looks like you started doing videos regarding craft roulette in 2021. Probably, yeah, that sounds right. I started my channel in 2020, and I found craft roulette in the first year because we kind of started around the same time. So yeah, Linda, that sounds about right. Okay, now this part, just looking, okay, I'm going to turn it this way because I'll have plenty to fold over and then I'll have a bigger scrap, and that's the way I like to use my paper. Big enough scrap to make a couple of faux Polaroids. We haven't done that in a long time around here. All right, let me keep up with my pieces. Okay, so what I have now is a piece of acetate that's nice and flimsy. It's not real thick. And, you know, they pick up stuff. So I've got to clean it. But it's about an inch on each side bigger than my card front. Okay. So I'll take it and I'll eventually bend this over and fold it. This it really is easier with even a thinner, like I said, like a plastic sleeve or plastic bag, maybe that you put your cards in, one of those. Really is easier with that. Could also take this to a scoreboard, but what I'm going to do is just fold it over like so. Okay, and then I'm going to fold over these sides. And basically, we're just making like an envelope to hold the sequins in. Like so. It's a little bigger than I really want it to be, but I think it'll be okay. I'm not going for perfection here today, because that just doesn't sound like fun. All right. Now, before we do that, you can see it's holding its shape really well. We want to miter the corners and take that bulk off. You are not going to want that bulk of those corners. So miter your corners. Like so. Okay, so we'll cut those 4 corners off. Episode 44 was January 15th, 2021. Sounds about right. That sounds right. I bet you're right. I probably just feel like because I've made so many I haven't submitted. But at some point, someone told me I had 80 something. And so then that's what I was basing my numbers on. But I'm not one for numbers. Okay, so this is going to be our pocket for our sequins. So now let's add in our sequins. I thought that was such a good question last night when Mary was asking Carrie Rhodes about the ratio of sequins. And it is a hard question to answer because there can be so many variables. That's probably too many. With shaker cards. Let's take a look. That's too many. I don't think we need that many. I think that's going to be too distracting. Let's take some of those out. We just want a little. Let's take a little more out, and I think it'll be about as many as I want. I want there to be some shaker fun, but I don't want it to be too distracting from the overall design. And I think that's enough. Okay, let me put these back in. These are from This Calls for Confetti. There are some beautiful shaped sequins. This looks like an easier way. Yeah. Yay, I'm so glad. Hi, Lauren. Yeah, it is. I think it is a little easier. And you know those clear bags that you can put your cards in and stuff? If you use one of those, it's even easier. I just don't have any handy right now. But they're even easier with those. But yeah, you can totally do it this way. Then, once you have your sequins the way you want them, all you got to do, I use double-sided tape for this part, but grab yourself some tape. And I think tape is always better with acetate because it just takes glue so long to dry. I don't have patience for that. At least for when you're constructing things. So just tape it down. You don't have to go too crazy here because you're also going to be taping this to your card base, but you do want to make sure it's secure. And since I did the long edge on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and do the long edge on the top. And we're looking to make this as flat as possible. Also, I just kind of folded this over with my hands and I didn't use like a scoreboard, but very easily, if you use measurements, I didn't use any measurements to make this version, but you can use measurements and then score it. And I think you can get a better fit, like an edge to edge better fit. So this is a do as I say and not as I do. Or do as I do and just don't worry about the imperfections. Like it's hanging off more here than it is here. And you can get a snug fit all the way around if you just give it a little extra effort and time. Let me pull this up and pull it a little tighter and crease it again to show you that you can fix it. So it's not like the end of the world. If you get to that point and you're like, oh, I just don't like that it's hanging off that much. Pull it up, fold it down again, tape it again. And let me show you. This is kind of how I do it when I don't want to measure. There you go. And now it's pretty even edge to edge around there. And it shakes just like any other shaker card would shake. And you don't need any foam tape. And then you just take this whole thing and tape it down to your card base. All right, let's put our elephants on. And we'll take it down, tape it down to our card base as well. What do y'all think about that Savannah sky now? I know it looked like a hot mess when we were making it, but I really like it myself. All right, now here, I don't think you can go wrong with extra tape at this point. So I'm putting my tape along the seams too, and then I don't have to worry about it like coming apart, sequins getting out anywhere. Taping along the seams of the paper and the plastic acetate. You could do this with mesh, like tulle. If you have tulle fabric and you want a tulle shaker, you can do it the same way as I'm doing with acetate. So maybe you don't want to have any acetate, or you don't like the look of acetate. You can use tulle instead. And give it a really nice vintage vibe if you wanted to make like a vintage shaker card. Okay. Now for the tricky part. Let me put a little glue on all of my exposed tape. And the reason I'm doing this is if I want to move it, I can. Whereas if I don't put this glue and add a little bit of slip to that tape, I won't be able to move it. So this way, if I don't position it exactly the way I want it the first time, I have some flexibility. There we go. All right, let's put our elephants on, and we'll have our craft roulette card pretty much done. I haven't forgotten about the apples. Still have the apples here. Here's our elephants. Let's get them into position. Going across the card. I think that's about where I want them, actually. I want this one kind of being adventurous and getting a little further away from mommy. There's always that child, right? There's the one that sticks close to mom and the one that's more adventurous. Oh yeah, or vellum. You can thank you. That's right. You can also do the same technique, but with vellum. Thanks, Vicki. How you doing? Always trusting the process over here. That's right, Karen. It's not done till we're done, right? It's kind of nice that it goes through a little bit of ugliness or awkwardness, because then you can appreciate the beauty when it all works out. Oh my gosh. My husband and I were watching uh, Dave Chappelle, and at the end of his new stand-up, he has photos of him with friends and stuff, and there's one of him and Lauryn Hill, and I was like, oh, it's so good to see Miss Lauryn Hill with a little bit fuller face. It's not just me. And my husband laughed. He said, it's all of us. All right. Now, we could put a sentiment on there if we wanted to. We could put like a sentiment up here or something. I really think this would be a great Mother's Day or Father's Day card. All right, let's see if we can get it. Oh, there's an apple. This little baby could be holding the apple in its trunk. I don't know. I kind of like the apple with the mom because it's a little more discreet. What do y'all think? Put the little apple sequin on there. It's a polymer clay thing, shaker bit. And then you're the apple of my eye. That's a great sentiment. I'm thinking putting that right there. Mom's bringing the picnic. She's like, she has a treat for her kids. Dropped off by the cruise bird. Oh, thanks, Mary. Oh, last night was so much fun. It was a blast. Okay, so I do think we should put an appreciation sentiment on there. I mean, it does need to be something on our card, right? I know. Who was it that was like, can my old hands count as an old something old? and Steven's like, well, does it show on your card? Okay. So I think I need an appreciation sentiment on there. I kind of like this one. Nevertheless, she persisted. And then on the inside, Happy Mother's Day. I wish I could stamp it right on here. I guess some Stays On ink could do that. But let me stamp it on paper first and see what I think. Soup Crafts. How's it going? All right. Mary, I was saying that this really reminds me, this background that I painted, of Peter Max. And like this would be Peter Max's version of a Savannah image. And that I missed the poster parameter, and I really want us to land on that one day. I don't know if you still have it on there or not. I know you cycle through them, which makes it a lot of fun. Things come, things go, things come back. But I don't think we ever landed on poster. But this would totally work as like Peter Max influenced poster. All right. Just going to dry this a little bit. What did I miss last night? Oh, yeah. It's worth the replay. It's always worth the replay. It was just lots of fun. It's just fun with friends, you know. I've always loved Carrie Rhodes. I know I've told y'all this, but Carrie Rhodes is Sparkle Heart's favorite card maker. And she had to have surgery back in 2020. Sparkle Heart did. And I had been watching Carrie for years up to that point and commenting on her videos and all that. And anyways, so she had to have surgery. And when she woke up from surgery, she was really uncomfortable. And so I was trying to comfort her, and I was like, you know, do you want to watch something? I brought my iPad. And she's like, I want to watch Carrie Rhodes. So we watched Carrie Rhodes at the hospital, and she was making a My Little Pony inspired card. And oh my gosh, Sparkle Heart loved it. And Carrie sent it to her. Isn't that sweet? And so she has that card still to this day. So when we were at Paperganza, and my family popped in at the I told them when not to come, which was during the card exchange, because I knew everybody would be everywhere and it would be, you know, busy. But that's exactly when they came, was during the card exchange. But luckily, I still got to introduce her to Carrie. Anyways, so Nikki, to answer your question, it's like, it's just so much fun because it's fun with friends and there's always things popping off and going on. Okay, nevertheless, she persisted. Let's see if I like it. I'm gonna look in the screen. Yeah, I don't know. I saw sentiment on the inside, question mark. Yeah, certainly could. Gonna have to work on the inside for sure. We made 3 cards together on Thursday, you guys. We made KCC's first 3 sketches, and we did the insides. And that just made me so happy. We're definitely going to have to do a lot more insides. So we're not done with this card yet. This is the inside of another one. And then the last one. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to give this some inside treatment. It might be a little big for the outside. The only place I think I like it is in the top corner. What do y'all think? Oh, me too. Soup Crafts, what's your name? Or if you don't mind. I mean, I just call you Soup Crafts if you want. But I am so glad. You guys, Desiree's coming to Paperganza. She already bought her ticket. She has her airline fare booked. She's coming to Paperganza. I'm so excited. Top corner. Hi, Sharon. You think so? What do y'all think? Top corner or inside? Sharon's put in hers. Linda's put in hers. Bye, Linda Gorman. Enjoy your walk. The card front could hold its own without anything else. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. Here it is without. I do think I like it without. Part of the reason is that this is got a lot of, it's a rectangle with 4 sharp corners, and there's no sharp corners on this. I know that's maybe like a little bit weird, but it's maybe not one of those things we think about often, but like everything on this is very organic, and there's no sharp edges in any of the artwork or anything about this. And so it feels a little awkward to put something on there. It really stands out. It's too abrupt. Yeah. Yeah. Jill has her Uber hired. What's that? Oh. Cool Johnny's Uber service. I get it. Okay. Okay. All right, let's work on the inside now. And we're going to put that on the inside and then like a Happy Mother's Day. Okay, so we had this painted piece that we did from the same color palette as the painting. Bear with me. All right. So let's check this out. Clean up the edges. I think I want more of this and less. There we go. If we don't like it, we won't use it. And it's not a big deal because it's just a piece of painted paper. All right. By the way, I am making a 5x7 video. Seeing as I can't meet you in person, I will video call you one time. Oh, good, Nikki Jane. Unless I come to the UK, girl. Question, Bitty Penny, can you tell me what stamp set that sentiment's from? Oh, I wish I could. It is, I believe this is from a Love from Lizzie kit from about 4 years ago. Everything I'm using is old. But yeah, this is probably 4 years old. And it was a Love from Lizzie, I'm pretty sure. How I remember such things, I don't really even know, but somehow I do. And yeah, I'm thinking about putting that in here. It's a little wild, but I also kind of like it. We could also put an elephant in here, and then we can put a less wild piece of pink paper right here. Yes, I can do less wild. I'm going to have another coffee and keep watching Bitty Penny while I continue to procrastinate doing any housework. Oh, Kalinda. Housework, schmousework. You and me both. I know Mary, Desiree was like, I have to get a ticket because I have already bought a plane ticket. I was like, we're going to make it work. So she's eagerly awaiting the sale of tickets. All right. So this will go here, and maybe this will go here. Or let's cut down the other half of this sheet. Hello, Terry. How you doing? You staying warm up there in Alaska? All right. Or we do them both pink and then just add like a strip of the wild paper with an elephant and our sentiments. That is also an option. Susan needs a corner seat, Mary. Okay, and then, nevertheless, she persisted. Happy Mother's Day could go down here, or have it lowered like that. Yeah, I think I'll just do it like this and then have a Happy Mother's Day. And I think I'll just stamp it directly onto this panel. We're going to get there. We're going to work it out. So, let's see. Here's the funny part. I don't even have a Mother's Day sentiment out or handy. Where did the persistent? Oh, there it is. Okay. But I think this is going to go here. Let me rifle through my drawer and find a Mother's Day sentiment. See if I have one. I can't think of a stamp set that just says Happy Mother's Day on it. We need a Mother of the Year sentiment, don't we? I got called Mother of the Year the other day. It was deserving. I can't remember what I even did. You know, I don't want to dig through my drawer forever and try to find a Mother's Day, but I did see this one. God is our refuge and strength. And I think, nevertheless, she persisted. Goes well with that. Is that appreciation? Well, we appreciate that God is our refuge and our strength, right? I don't know. Y'all have to tell me, does this work for appreciation? What other options do we have? What do y'all think? Bitty Penny, you're a great mother. Yeah, it's just a joke. We just love to joke about it. We love to joke about the calamity that ensues sometimes around here. Does that work, you guys? Lauren, there's been a handful of husbands that are there. Yeah, some hang out together. Angie's husband's going and plans on hanging out with a few guys. Yeah, so the husbands gallivant around town. Some of them. Some of them hang out and gallivant in the crafts with all of us. So there's options. I think this will work. Oh, who are we asking about? Does anybody know if APG Jamie? No. Kids never appreciate mothers enough. I know. Until someone insults their mom. And then they're like, oh, wait a minute. Now you just crossed the line. I don't know if this works as appreciation. What do y'all think? It says, God's our refuge and strength. Does that work as appreciation? I appreciate it. And I appreciate that we have the Psalms. So I'm just going to go for it, okay? Yeah, she's okay. Her hubby. Oh. I'm not sure the two go together. Maybe not. I think that nevertheless she persisted goes well with the elephants. I also think God is our refuge and strength goes well with the elephants, but you're right. I don't know if they go well together. I'm not really sure, but that's what I was thinking of doing right there. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. What do y'all think? Do you think Heidi's going to come after me? I wish she would. Then we'd have a good time. Maybe I need to mess up so Deputy Heidi will come after me. Oh, you think it's the font blend? Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying though, Angie. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave off, nevertheless, she persisted, and we're going to go with God is our refuge and strength because I think it will be beautiful with a card. So I'm turning my paper over and I'm picking one. Not the most beautiful stamping job I've ever done, but it'll work. Okay, there we go. And then I think we'll be able to, glue this stuff down. Okay. And let's just glue this right in here, right at the top. I have to get going. Bye, Yolande. Have an awesome day. Stay warm, my friend. Enjoy your walk, but stay warm. We need to get together and craft again. I would love it in 2026. Okay. Now we're going to put this one down here. And I think I'm going to inset another white piece right there. So that's what we're going to do for this one. Okay, so that's going to go right there. And then I'm going to put another white piece right here. Oh, I think that would be really lovely. Very simple, but lovely. Hey, Desiree. Desiree, are you here? Yeah, you're here. I've been telling everyone that you're going to Craft Roulette, to Paperganza. I'm sorry. You might have wanted to tell people yourself, and your friend did it for you. Because I'm so excited. But I've already told everyone you're going to Paperganza. Sorry. It's just out of pure excitement. There we go. My laundry is calling me. Oh, Lauren. Have fun. Just turn on some music you like. Or something like that. That's how I get through chores. I usually get through it with music. Puts a little pep in my step. Oh, we are so excited, Desiree. And cannot wait. All right, finally. Y'all are like, geez, she's finally done with that card. But yes, we're finally done with this card. I like it. There we go. This is my Craft Roulette card. A shaker in honor of Miss Carrie Rhodes. We've got an apple. Let's see, appreciation, it's a stretch, but God is our strength and our refuge is the appreciation sentiment that I went with. Let's see, apple orchard colors. Well, this is a sunset, like apple orchard, but there's an apple. So I figure it's got apple orchard colors because it's got an apple on it. And then silhouette design, silhouette element, and then old. Well, these dies are old, and this stamp is old, and this tree is old. So we're good. We got it. I think we got it. Thanks for bearing with me through some of my indecision there. So what do y'all think? The clouds worked, right? I think they work. I think it's good. All right. Well, what time is it? Jeez. That's the time, huh? Let's just... Oh, let me get this submitted. Let me submit this because we know what happens if I don't. I kind of want the sequins out of the top of there, but they don't want to budge. Oh, there went one. Hello, little sequin. I'd like for you to move now. It's like, nope, I'm going to be right there. Just take the picture, lady. I'm not going anywhere. All right, so be it. So it's very easy to submit your card to Craft Roulette. Just take a picture with your handy dandy phone. I go ahead and like rotate it if it needs to be rotated. But you can do some basic editing also in Craft Roulette's website when you're uploading the photo. I don't know about this one, but there we go. And then you just go right over to Craft Roulette's website Okay, and then you go submit contribution. And then I just zoom. You can make sure you've got the right stuff. And I cued that song in my own head. I'm going to submit as a member. Okie dokie. And then now I can go in and you read your stuff if you want to read your stuff. And then upload a photo. And then as members, we can upload extra photos. So I can actually upload the inside of my card as well if I want to. I usually don't, but I will today. Continue. Appreciation. I'm just going to put it in the sentiment. I don't know. Apple Farm. Oh, there's an apple on the front. So Apple Farm, I'm going to put Apple Farm Sunset. And red apple. Elephants and trees. And random old products from 2018. And I made a shaker card in honor of Carrie. Alrighty. And this number is bogus. Angie tells me I'm 76. So last time I entered 92. Mary, don't trust me if you're still here. I have no idea. I'm not to be trusted. I usually opt out of the giveaway because my craft room is full and I'd rather somebody else win it. So that's it. And then you get this snazzy little picture, see that? That you can share on social media and encourage other people to submit. We did it! Does anyone remember the Baby Elephant song? It seems appropriate. I do not. Can you make your heart stick up, baby? I know the Baby Shark song. Des, I'm playing with some of your stamps today. They're awesome. Aren't they, Teresa? I agree. John Pounds, that was Doug's situation last year too. Oh, Soup Crafts. I got to meet you and your hubby Doug towards the end, and I was so bummed because I wish I would have met you earlier and we could. But are you guys going again this year? I think you said you are. I am going to spend more time with you and Doug, and hang out with you guys. I wasn't connecting the dots. I apologize. Okay, so that is that. We can move on. What do we want to make next? Oh, there's the balloon die. I didn't lose it. It's just still in the bag. I got that die in the bag. Okay, I did it. No words. Okie dokie. I can put these away. And I just keep some of my dies if they fit with the stamp sets. So I just slip this right in here like so. All right, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And by the way, this was just a die to cut out a stamp that I turned into a silhouette image. And then this was a layering stamp set. And I just used the dies that go with it. But we also stamped them out. So just don't add the other layers, and you might have more silhouette options than you thought you did before. And if you don't have any dies or stamps like that, just take a regular stamp that has a good outline where you can tell what it is. Like we can tell that these are elephants, and you can just color in everything. So there's some options if you don't have just a whole heap of silhouette stamps hanging out in your stash. Sorry, I bumped y'all. Okay. Just putting some things away as I think about what we're going to make next. Does anybody have any request? I'm taking request, viewer request. Bye, Vicki. Have an awesome weekend. Whoops, I put the elephants away and I didn't put the elephants in there. I'm taking viewer requests. That's true, Angie. What would y'all like to make together? Now that I have my craft roulette card done. Do we want to do, can you open the box I sent you? Oh, Vicki, you know what? You're right. I do need to do Happy Mail. I have gathered, I don't think I have it all gathered, but let's go through some of it and then I'll gather the rest. How about that? Because I actually do have a lot of Happy Mail. You'll have to bear with me as I go and retrieve it. I was going to do Happy Mail today. I started pulling it and getting it together. Yeah, I have a stack of it. Cheryl, my goodness, Cheryl sent me something else. You guys, please just send me cards. I have so much stuff, but hold on. I'll BRB and I'll go get a couple of stacks, and that's how we'll finish up here, is we'll go through other people's cards. I'll BRB. There's our card for today. Okay, I'm back. Like I said, I've been gathering them because I know it's time. Did you pay it to do that? The bird? Okay, let's do that. So now here's the thing. Sometimes I lose track of what I've shared with you and what I haven't. Vicki, let me open your box. I'm gonna have to go through this real quick. Off camera because it's got our addresses on it. Oh my goodness! It's my color! And it has a note in here that says, my husband 3D printed this for you to use in my craft room. Oh, now I have a tray. Ooh, I don't want to share y'all's address on the internet. Oh, that is so cool. Now I can have like a little organization tray to keep things in on my desk, like my ephemera and stuff. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love that it's a bright yellow. I will not lose. Hopefully I will not lose this on my desk. Okay. This one is from Jill and John. I think I showed y'all that one because I opened theirs last time. I have gotten some after Christmas. Let me get this out real quick and get these going. I'm still going to put them up. Some of these I just got this week. All right. So this was Jill and John. Vicki, please tell your husband that I love this and I'm so grateful. And thank you so much. It feels really cool too. Thank you. It's so sweet that you thought of me and that your husband even made me something. That is so sweet. Okay, I'm going to keep that here. I'm going to put this here. I got to get organized. Okay, so hold on a second. Let's all look at Andrea's card next. This is from Flo. You guys. So let's look at Flo. We've got Miss Cordelia's here. Ooh, it's got Desiree's stocking. And then this is Miss Mary. Okay. I've got some mixed in here that don't belong. We've got one from Miss Debbie J that we're going to look at. I'm just going to kind of pile them all up here. And then we can go through them. Miss Debbie J's. Flo, are you on Facebook? John Pounds wants to know. This is from my friend Tamara. Look, she's got a silhouette card going on. Okay, this one here is from Miss Paula Rice. I have another one. Vicky's gone. I got Vicki Jensen's card, but she left. Nice. And Jennifer McKinnon. I didn't see Jennifer in here today. But she's usually with us. Wow. Cool. I love them all. Okay, we're not done yet. There's more. Oh my gosh, there's so many more. Yeah, really need to go through these. Okay. Oh, by the way, Elena. I got a card back from Elena. I guess I don't have the correct address for her. So I did get that back. All right. Hold on, you guys. This one here is from Lou. Lou David in California. She's probably still sleeping. Lou has been sending me cards ever since Uvalde card drive. Okay, next one up, and we're gonna go through each one of these. Is from my friend Valerie Garcia right here in Texas. Ooh, Valerie, oh my goodness, I have napkins that look like that from HEB. I wonder if I wonder what else they made or where you got that. That's interesting. Linda Eco. Oh, your subscribers are super talented. Aren't they, Maddie? Aren't they amazing? Some of these I got to put up around the house. We haven't had these up yet. Ave! Here's Ave's. And we have another Linda. I love that we have so many Lindas. Ooh. Ah, I'll put that on the tree. We still have our tree up. This is Lydia. Lydia. Okay, Teresa. Aww. Ooh. Look at that. It's a sheet load. Oh my gosh, what an adorable puppy. Okay, one more. And then we'll just work our way down the pile. And this is from Dee Dee. Dee Dee Willingham. Oh, I need to get more cards out, you guys. Oh, she filled it with all these acetate stickers. Let us rejoice in his life, believe in his love, and celebrate his promise this Christmas and always. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. And he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, Isaiah 9:6. Isn't that lovely? What a lovely card. Brother and Sister Studio. That's really cool. Ooh, I like that. Makes me want a watercolor. And then look at these. Beautiful. This all makes me want to paint. It makes me want to paint. Flo, there are many Gail Shaws. Which one is you? There are? That's news to me. Okay, I'm going to take these off. We're going to go through them one by one. I'm just going to go from the top down. Okay, this is from Teresa. Look at this. May knowing Christ bring you peace for today, hope for tomorrow, and joy in every season. Isn't that lovely? Look at this sheet load. Ooh-wee. This reminds me, this all makes me think of Not Too Shabby. Is this a Not Too Shabby? I think this might be a Not Too Shabby. It just looks very Not Too Shabby-ish. And I love it. I love this banner too, which I know that they came out with a banner cut. Oh, look at this, you guys. This is from Lydia, I think. This was Lydia's. Wow, this is so cool. She stitched on it. I want a sewing machine that can do these kinds of stitches. But look at this. This is hand done. This is paper weaving. And somehow, I don't know how, she made a paper pocket heart, but also an ornament out of gel prints and stenciling. Hello. This is so cool. May this holiday season bring you peace, health, and all that makes your heart happy. Wishing all of you and yours all the best in the new year, Lydia. Lydia, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So cool. I love it. Ave, you're up next. Ooh, Ave. I love this. Okay. At first, Ave, I thought you embossed this. It's embossed? Or did you just use stencils? And then die cuts? Oh, it's really cool. Look at that. Oh, it's awesome. This is really neat. It says, well, breast cancer survivor. Woo woo. And it tells a little bit about her cards. So I make handmade cards, bookmarks, junk journals, and various paper crafts for any occasion. I donate most of my cards and paper crafts to breast cancer survivors, nurses, nursing homes, foster care, veterans, and all of those I can make a bit happier with my creations. Order your paper crafts today and benefit someone who needs it. Please email me at avedemontedesigns@gmail.com, and she's on Instagram and Facebook. Isn't that cool? Maybe that can give you guys some inspiration about making a little insert to go inside of your cards. I love it. I love the intentionality and the purpose and the blessings in that, Ave. Well done, KYB. And thank you for sending me a card. And look at this one. Okay, this one's from Linda. Linda is very sweet. She's always Linda Eco. That's how I pronounce her name. I don't know if that's how she pronounces her name. But Shay, I always get your address and Linda's address mixed up. I have sent a card to you, Shay, but I sent it to Linda's address, and Linda went the extra mile and sent it back to me so that I could get it to you. That's how sweet Linda is. And I love your card, Linda. This is so cool. If you guys have like those punches laying around, you know, where you can make a border, look how effective that is behind this card design. I love the simplicity, but yet there's still like drama in this card. But you could make a batch of them for Christmas. I really like it, Linda. It's fabulous. I love it. Thank you. And this was Valerie's, and she sent me some stickers too, and she used some bitty penny papers too. Look at this. It's very collage, masterboard, mixed media, because this is actually a napkin back here. This piece is a napkin, so it's mixed media. It's fun. Makes a statement. It's big. It's a 5x7. Isn't that fun? I love it. Cards and Crafts by Valerie. And thanks for the stickers. I need those. I will use those. I love it. And Valerie, I have napkins that look exactly like this from H-E-B that we used for Christmas this year, actually. So I bet you found something and repurposed that. Okay. This is Lou Davids, and she sent me some beautiful tags. Look at these tags. Let your light shine. To and from. Happy holidays. This is an embossed snowman. Look at that bow. So cute. You can't go wrong with tags. They're the gift that keep on giving. Oh, that looks like my Fazzy. That's exactly who that looks like. She's a scruffy dog. I love it when I see scruffy dogs. Oh, look at this cool design. This is ephemera, all layered up with 3 beautiful sequins that make your eyes travel around the card. And I absolutely love it. Bye, John. See you later. Have a good one. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, Lou David. And the next one's from Jennifer. Look at this. This, I believe, is one of her like watercolor designs. And it's a poinsettia with watercolor leaves. And then she's put, I'm going to try to turn it so you can see it. She's put all this glitter around. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Look at this. This is embossing. So if you're going to do something like this, stamp first and then emboss. You don't want to try to stamp over your embossing. I've done it. It's not great. You want to do it the other way. This very Tim Holtz inspired. Yeah. I love her colors. It's non-traditional and really beautiful. Like, I love this bright teal and the soft pink. Oh, all the fibers, all the fun. Oh, it's great. And then she included a Joy to the World, a card for like December daily journaling. And look at the inside. It matches the outside. Beautiful. This is embossed too. Really beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, next up, we've got Vicki Jensen. She's not here right now, but I love her card. Hi, Caroline. How's it going? I like that Vicki's using a couple of other people's Christmas cards and turning it into her Christmas card. So she's got two other people's Christmas cards on here. This one is one, and then this is another one, and she layered it right on top, and you can never go wrong with kittens and puppies. I'm just saying. And then she stamped Merry Christmas on the inside and left us a message. Isn't that precious? So when you see all those cards on sale after Christmas, pick them up. They're usually like crazy cheap. Even if you're just going to cut them up or cover them up, you get envelopes. They're a really good deal. So this is from our friend Paula Rice. And we've got a sheet load on our hands. And I love it. Paula, this is the sheet load that Sparkle Heart chose to make her cards for her teachers this year. Let me pull that out. I kept one and I put it in my journal. Let me find it. When I first started card making, you guys, I made this card and I showed it to Sparkle Heart. I thought she'd love it. She was 3 years old. She was like 2.5 to 3, and she hated this card. Made her cry, you guys. This made her literally cry because she thought it was so sad that that little kitten was floating away with the balloons and it wasn't by its mommy anymore. And it's supposed to be on the ground. It's not supposed to be way up in the sky in the clouds. So I kept this card and journaled about that. And I found it the other day. It was floating around in my craft room. So when I was cleaning my craft room, I found it and I was like, ooh, I got to put that in my journal. Let's see. Where is the one that she made for her teachers this year? I want to show you, Miss Paula, because we did use the same sheet load. Oh, it's on this page with her other one. But we decided to change it a little bit. So Miss Paula's sheet load is the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have these 3 little strips on a square, and it's beautiful, and I love it like this. Sparkle Heart and I were being lazy crafters, and what we did is we just cut the square out and put an ephemera on it, and we put, you know, these strips of paper behind it. So it's very reminiscent of the same sheet load, but slightly different. This is the lazy version. This is the deluxe version. Oh yeah, Sparkle Heart, she definitely, we craft together actually quite a bit. And sometimes I can get her to paper craft, but sometimes I can't. I love this. So Paula, we made like 20 of these, or 25 of the same sheet load for her teachers for Christmas. She gave them each 4 or 5 cards with envelopes and a plastic bag. And this is the sheet load we picked. I love yours though. Yours is definitely deluxe. And on the inside, it says, best wishes for a wonderful holiday season and a new year filled with joy, comfort, and happiness. Love you, Paula Rice. Thank you. This is from my friend Tamra. Here's another silhouette inspiration for you guys for making your craft roulette cards this week. Tamara's incorporated this embossed background and glitter embossing powder. So she's got dry embossing and heat embossing and distress ink and stamping and ribbon. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. Luke 2:11. Christmas begins with Christ. Merry Christmas. Isn't that lovely? Just lovely. She did a great job matching her blue to that ribbon, I think. I love the ink blending too. Maddie, I sure do. Isn't that great? Okay, next up, we've got Debbie J. And she did a fun fold. Let it snow and sparkle. Oh, isn't that sweet? And look, the embossing. I love this gold that she kind of mixed in there. Ooh, so cool. And this die cut. And this is foiled sentiment. And then look, it's the most wonderful time of year. Cute stamping, super cute. And then look, may your days be merry and bright. Isn't that fun? That's a fun card. 5x7, Debbie J. And then she put an A2 on the inside, just the other way. Yeah, these are fun to make, you guys. So then you're not torn. You're making a 5x7 and an A2. And she did, by the way, give me a sentiment for the inside. It says, she has these little pieces of paper. I didn't sign this card before I sent it off to you. Instead, it holds my warmest thoughts, invisible but true. So if you find you need to brighten someone else's day, take this card and sign it and send it on its way. Merry Christmas. Love ya. Todd and Debbie. Isn't that great? See all these great ideas, you guys? And look at this one. Okay, this is a postcard. So guess who it's from? It's from Mary. Wishing you a very happy Christmas and a very merry new year. Mary C. It's our Mary. Isn't this lovely? She watercolored this, you guys. She sure did. She watercolored this, and then she added her stickles and her puffy. That might be puffy embossing powder that she added in there. And she sent it on its way to me. And she put a sticker on the side. Isn't that great? I love it. So don't forget about postcards, you guys. And they're more affordable to send. Sending cheer. Who recognizes this stamp? So cool. Lots of embossing. And then look at these pearlescent watercolors on here. This is from Miss Cordelia. May the Christmas season fill your home with joy, your heart with love, and your life with laughter. I love it. She stamped this on a patterned paper, like kind of a subtle patterned paper. She embossed it in silver, and then she watercolored those baubles with, you know, a shimmery mica watercolor set. Just lovely. Very cool, Cordelia. I agree. Okay, last one. Season's greetings. And this is from Flo. May the special joys of Christmas fill your holidays with happiness. So grateful for you. Flo, we are so grateful for you, girlfriend. Look at this. So Flo, she did some embossing. Flo, it looks like you ink blended and stamped the background. Then you stamped on top of it and embossed. And then you tied twine and did the die cutting and added the sequins. Look at this amazingness. So lovely. Oh, gosh, it's gorgeous. And I love the glitter too. Let's see if I can get it to show. There it is. See it right there? I have to make it work. There we go. To find the light. Find the light, Bitty Penny. There it is. See all this down here? Oh, it's lovely. And it's subtle, but there's so many techniques that you put in here. I love it. It's just beautiful. All of your cards are so wonderful. So wonderful. And then I do have also a package from Cheryl. She said, I put it together before you told us not to send you more packages. And then look at this. I love this in like 1950s. And this is my sheet load, which I'm just so honored that she used my sheet load for the 5x7. It's awesome. Wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness this Christmas season and always. Very cool. The perfect paper for that sheet load, I think. It's awesome. I totally love it. And I'm honored. Aren't they amazing? Okay, let's look what else she's got in here. Oh my gosh. Jaws playing cards. Are you kidding me? I haven't looked in here, you guys. I just picked this one up. Wonder Woman. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. A Go Fish game. Oh, that's super cute. That looks like my kiddos. And then let's see what else. Oh, yeah, this must be for Sparkle Heart. It's the Afro Unicorn. She has an Afro Unicorn blanket. Cheryl wouldn't know that, but she does. And she can use that for school. And a really cool tag. And I love this Santa. Yes. This looks like our Santa. And look at this tag. Lovely masterboard tag, you guys. Up here it says, Angels Watching Over Me. Oh, how nice. And that's clipped on, so I could unclip it and clip it onto something else, but I'm just going to leave it on there just like that. I love it. And then a mama and a baby, just like our cards today. Oh, these are awesome. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I'm going to have Dr. Shrub open this. And you spelt it correctly. And this is cool. This reminds me of my kiddos. This could be a journal, which is probably why she sent it. It smells good. It's like she's got perfume in there or something. It smells really good. Oh, cool. This is like a tea-dye doily placemat. Nice. I will use that. Oh, yes, I will. And let's look at this handmade. Love that enamel flower. Okay. Oh, cool. She made this. Oh, yeah. Remember when we were making these, you guys? These are so great. Such a great ephemera holder. Oh, how cute. You are lovely. Grateful heart and blessed. This is so cute. And she's backed it on some dyed paper. I love that illustration. And another deer. Peace on earth. A tag. How awesome. This is a great little ephemera holder. This is made out of a card, you guys. So here's another way to use. This is a store-bought card that Cheryl took and turned it into a little ephemera holder. And I can show you how to make these real quick if y'all want to see that. It really doesn't take long. And it makes a great ephemera holder. Okay, we've got to check out these women now. Sparkle Heart and I play matching games all the time. We really like it. So we will actually play this. Amelia Earhart. And it has stories and rules of the games. Oh, you know I like this. You know, I have those books of courageous women, Toni Morrison, Jane Austen, all these great people. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you know I like this. It's neat because it's down in like a condensed version. Oh, Sally Ride. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Laverne Cox, Rosa Parks, Frida, Georgia O'Keeffe. Oh, she's an artist, which, yeah, but I'm gonna butcher her name. But Yayoi Kusama. Nice. Coco Chanel. She has such an interesting story, doesn't she? Oh, Vivienne Westwood. So many great ones. Angelina Jolie, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Billie Holiday. Cool. Oh, Annie Leibovitz. I was talking about her the other day. That's funny. Oh, the scientist, the athletes, the writers. Oh, how neat. Film, music, science. I guess these are like maybe botanist, or I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Protesters, right? Not really protesters, but activists. That's the word. And astronauts and aviators. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. These are really cool cards. We will definitely play with these. They could go in a junk journal, but we actually play memory, so we'll just actually use them. So this is Wonder Women, a Go Fish game. How cool is that? And then I have Jaws cards. Ooh. We just played Rumi last weekend. Ooh, these are cool. Young Z, oh my gosh, these are rad. Young Z has a Jaws stocking. Has a little gingerbread that's fallen in the water. I think it says, "Oh snap, Merry Christmas," or something. Have a Jawsome Christmas, something like that. These are so cool, though. I love them. I cannot wait to play with these. Oh, look at that side. Oh my gosh. I adore these. Thank you, Cheryl. You know me. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. You guys really don't have to send me things. I'm glad that she sent me, like, I can put these in my game. We have a game cabinet. I can put these in the game cabinet. And she made me handmade things that I can put like in my journal and stuff. And then she gave me some things I can give to like Sparkle Heart. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Cheryl. Very kind. Thank you all for all your happy mail. I hope you enjoyed today's live. I think there's a lot of inspiration besides the card that I made because we got to see everyone's happy mail. I'm glad Vicky suggested it because I did have it all put to the side. If you didn't see your card here, just know that I still have some up around the house that I have to gather. So, and then I have to gather up the birthday cards that y'all continue to send to Dr. Shrub. He is opening them. He has them in his studio, and I have to wrangle them from him so I can share them here with all of you. All right. But what a stack of inspiration, right, you guys? I thought you were going to craft with cards. So cool that you're going to play with them instead. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, we like memory and we play card games. So I'm going to make them a part of our family fun. Thank you guys for blessing me with your time, with your kindness, with your support, with your inspiration for me. And with, you know, I'm just so glad that you're here. I hope you enjoyed today's live and got lots of inspiration from all of our friends here. Thank you, everyone. Here is the card we made earlier, and you can go back to the beginning if you want to see how that was made. I will be back with you on Monday, and we will be making, again, what? We don't know, but we're going to be making some stuff. All right, you guys. Much love to you all. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Oh, wait. Could you show how you make the card? Oh, yes. Okay, wait. Hold on. Yes, let me show you that real quick. Hold on. They won't take it. It's just real quick. It's so easy, and it's a good skill to know. I promise. You won't be here too long. Okay. I like to make it with these envelopes, but the size really doesn't matter because you can cut them down if you need to. But let's make them with these. Let's grab 3, 4, 5. You can put however many in there you want. Okay. And so here's what we're going to do. You know what? I need to use these anyways. The humidity has them sticking together. This won't matter, by the way, so it'll be fine. I'm just going to cut this part off. You know what? I realized last weekend someone was asking, like, could I demonstrate the rolling pages? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. And then I forgot to. But I have the rolling pages on my channel, too. And we've made these on my channel before. I need to keep my envelopes somewhere where it's not as humid. See how much humidity we deal with? The envelopes stick together on their own. I have a mantra: never disconnect before bidding. Yeah, you never know. Sharon Castor said that college students could have a drinking game on how many times I'd say, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go now, and then I'd start another project. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So just trim those off. This really is so easy though, you guys. And it does make a great, like, it's just great. Okay, so here we go. You can use glue, you can use tape, whatever adhesive you want. And all you're gonna do is line them up the way I have. You know, you want all your openings going the same direction. Let's fold them this way. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put glue right here. Just here in the center of the envelope. So the size of your envelope really doesn't matter, but you do want your envelopes the same size. Okay, so you just put glue right there and nowhere else. And trust the process. Okay, so then you put glue right here, nowhere else. Okay. And you can put as many of these in here that you want. So you could do like one for every day of the week. So you could have 7 envelopes. You could do one for every month. You could put 12 envelopes in one of the holders. Okay, so now we're going to let this dry a little bit, but we're going to have this accordion opening here. But we're going to let everybody dry a little bit. In the meantime, let's just grab a piece of paper, any paper will do. Let's see. Let's use this one. I like this one. It's directional, and directional is fine. But I just like this one. Okay, and we can decide, like, do you want your direction going, you know, this way or this way? It's really up to you. And then what you're gonna do is get less stuff on your desk. I love your tenacity. You might be answer one of these one day. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to measure this to the height of my envelopes. It could be a little longer, but I wouldn't want to make it too much longer. So I think that's about good right there. Okay. All right. And then from there, you want to take this, and what you're going to do is just make sure you can fold it. So this piece can go over here, and I'm just kind of folding it over like this. And I find that we're going to fold this a little bit, but when you have a bigger gap like this, you can fit more in your envelope. So that's something to think about. And then we don't need as much of a over here. Okay. Just need a little bit to fold this way, right? We have made these different ways where there's a lot Velcro, and it can grow with your project. We've made these a couple of ways here over the years. Cheryl's is cool because she incorporated like the elastic drawstring for her closure. So I just want to make sure that this part is longer and just covers my envelopes. Okay. I'm just doing a light fold there. Nothing too, like, you don't need to score it a ton. It doesn't need to be a real deeply scored fold. Okay. So there's all that. And now you can do one of two things. You can, depending on how you want, let's see how Cheryl did hers. You can just glue it down the middle again. It's going to be loose, or you can glue it a little more and just the rest of it will open up. So depending on like how much stability you want. We'll look at Cheryl's and see hers, but I go a little bit more than just the center. I don't go all the way to the edge, just a little more than the center. Okay, let's fold it over and do the back. The back, just a little more like that. And then you can put Velcro here, like the Dollar Tree Velcro circles. Let me get those out. Like these. I just go ahead and stick my two together. And then I know I have what I need. I just put that on there like that. Put that on there like that. And you have a little ephemera holder that opens. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. That opens up and holds your ephemera. Isn't that great? So like you could make one of these for critters, one for flowers, or if you had like a specific kind of like maybe a specific collection, just whatever you want. You could put tags in there, you could put sentiments in there. You could have one of these for all your sentiments, and you could have thank yous and happy birthdays. And so yeah, make it for Happy Mail like Cheryl did for me. It's right here. So here's Cheryl's, and she used an old greeting card and folded it over, covered it with paper. This part is the original greeting card, but then she covered this part with paper, and she put it like an elastic and covered that with washi tape. See the old greeting card? It was a birthday card. Such a good use. And then she made these. Her envelopes, it looks like hers were sealed. It makes no difference. You can have them like hers or like mine. It makes no difference. So if you seal them, just cut off the top. And then she just did hers down the center on her covers, and it works just as well too. So you really can't go wrong unless you put too much glue on it. Then these won't open like they do if you put too much glue on it. So that's how you do it. That's how you make one of those. Aren't they fun? Super easy. I get these boxes of these little envelopes at my grocery store for seriously less than the Dollar Tree at this point. These are still $1 at my grocery store. They're 99 cents, in fact. And this is a 6 3/4, the number 8 envelope. So it's 6 3/4 by 3 5/8. And they're a great size. But use any size envelope you want. Hey, who's your mama? Yeah, junk mail envelopes will totally work. Hey, Carrie. It's an awesome idea. I didn't know I needed. I could totally use this. Yeah, it is awesome. And you can make them, you know, if you use like junk mail envelopes, you can make it long. You could use 5 by 7 envelopes, any size you want. But they're really, really a great little craft. And I like to use the same technique right here inside my junk journals. So I've made ephemera before using that same technique. I'm going to try to find one real quick. Making pockets for the inside of my junk journal. So once now you know this technique, this gluing technique for the accordion, you can make junk journal pockets like this too inside of your junk journal. And that's fun because they'll lay flat, but then they can open up, and it's just kind of a cool feature for the insides. So that's it. I'm glad you caught me too, Carrie. I was almost out of here. I was almost out of here, and then it was demonstration time. So yay, I'm glad we did that. That was fun. Yeah, Karen, you can. It is fun to add these to a journal. If I could think of one that I had it in off the top of my head, I'd show you. But yeah, anywhere where you're going to put one of your regular little pockets, you can put these. And you don't have to use envelopes, by the way. You can just use, if I was putting this in a junk journal, I would just use 6 by 6 paper because we all have plenty of that. At least I think most all of us have plenty of that. Let me get some. I'm like, we all have plenty of that, and I can't reach any. But like 6 by 6 paper, you can just use this. You don't have to have envelopes. So you could take this and just fold it. Okay. Don't get me start crafting, y'all. All right. And just glue the edges. Good. This didn't want to get back on there anyways. It's giving me a hard time. Can't get it off or on. All right. Just glue 2 edges if you folded your 6x6 paper. First cut this to size. Okay. Let me grab a journal and demonstrate it properly. 6x6 paper. Let's find a spot. All right. So you take your 6x6 paper and you're going to make sure it fits on your page, whatever size journal page you're working with. So this one, I'm going to trim it off a little bit. Okay. Like so. Let's do another. Now, here's the thing. You won't see the outside, but you might see the inside. Take this. I'm going to trim off the branding strip. I'm just going to do 2 because this is pretty thick paper. And it's going inside a journal. Okay. So now I know these are the right width. Now I can glue the 2 sides for each one. And now I have a pocket essentially. Okay. All right. And now what you're going to do is only glue the middle. Okay. Bring in said junk journal. Okay. And now, again, I think for this one, just, glue a little bit more than the center, not too much, so that we get plenty of opening. Now here, you're going to want to make sure, let me bring it up close to the camera so you can see what I did. Because it's an opening pocket, I did make it like 1/8 of an inch shorter than my page width here. See that? Because it's an opening, you don't want it too close to the crease on the inside. But then once it's all dry, it'll open up nicely. And it's nice to have these in your journal because then you can stack more things inside of it. And it still closes down flat. Yep, they're fun. Okay, really and truly. Oh, it happens sometimes, so it's not just me. Okay. Thank you, Clara. And hello. Glad it's not just me. I think I probably need to clean. Well, that time it worked. I think I probably need to clean the needle. All right. Well, I think we're done. Abby, wait for it. Is she really leaving this time? Oh my goodness. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I will see you back here on Monday, unless there's any other demonstrations. Taking bets, wagers. Is she really going? I'm going. Bye, guys. Love y'all.